I got a lot I want to talk to you about, but I gave a W Glaze because I genuinely think you're one of the first accounts I think to publicly post about GOAT hard and start to pill me on this fucking AI meta. Like I don't know. I don't know your P&L. I don't know if your wallets are public, but I think you've significantly outperformed the market in the last couple weeks on these fucking AI coins.
I've tried. Yeah, I've tried.
Where are we at? Like how do we feel about the market right now, especially this AI shit? GOAT just hit a bill. I think it's the first official pump fund to hit a bill. Like I don't know. What's your thesis on it right now?
Oh yeah, it is. You want me to start just on GOAT or what?
Start on GOAT and let's just start firing from there.
I think the whole category is going to be worth 100 billion plus. GOAT's at $1 billion now. I think like the reason I thought the AI stuff was good was that it was the first fresh thing we'd seen in a while. Like over the summer, it was super PvP. You just had like, new animal coin of the day and little metas here and there, but everything was pretty stale. And even now, like if you look at new launches now, a lot of this stuff that's not AI, super washed. Like it's just not good. Most of them are just like PvP coins. They just top at like 5 mil and they're cooked. The only big runners of the last like few weeks have all been AI coins, except for like maybe 1 or 2 exceptions. And that's because I think the meme market is a bit saturated. You'll still have the new memes like a peanut or a Mudang or whatever that goes viral every now and then, but it's not going to attract the capital flows as AI coins will. And the main reason is because there's just a different buyer base for AI coins than there are of meme coins. I think the problem with meme coins is everyone talks about retail, and obviously retail is a big part. Like, obviously, I think we're both investors in Moonshot, and so we're heavily invested in retail. Did you see they had their biggest revenue day ever yesterday?
Did they really?
Yeah. Wow. It was like 130K yesterday.
The only good investment I've ever made in my life, by the way.
Yeah, I know, honestly. Most of these seed deals suck. But anyways, yeah, so I mean, okay, I'll just back up. Basically, the reason I think AI coins and the AI meta, I don't think of it as a meta. Everyone calls it a meta. I don't think it's a meta. It's a category. And the reason I think that is because you have to look at markets as kind of like a big pool, right? And money flows throughout. And this is like from macro all the way within crypto. And I think the thing that people within crypto get wrong is that they are too focused on like the micro rotations within crypto. And they're not focused on what is external capital going to be interested in and what is big money within crypto going to be interested in. Meme coins are kind of saturated. Now, I still think most of the meme coins are going to go way, way higher. I think the WIFs, the Pepes, Bonks, all of them are going to go higher. But as far as new memes go, it's hard to come with anything that hasn't really been done before, right? And the problem with them is they are a bit nihilistic. There's kind of there's a ceiling to the buyers on them because if you're an institutional investor, you can't make a thesis around a meme coin. It's too much, right? But you can make a thesis around AI coins. And so if you think about capital as like flows, what causes flows into crypto? Well, there's Bitcoin itself, which causes a waterfall effect into everything else. But then also you have enticing narratives that bring people in. And so if you look at previous cycles, it was like DeFi, you had metaverse, obviously NFTs, right? And if you look at those narratives, what was exciting about them? It's that they were novel tech. They enabled people to do things that weren't possible before, right? DeFi, you could get loans like without signing paperwork or anything, right? You just open Aave and get a loan. NFTs, the idea was like, oh, every asset is going to be an NFT. Oh, art on the blockchain, all that shit, right? AI, I think, is that of this cycle. AI is the DeFi NFTs of this cycle. And I think it's way fucking bigger. Because if you look at AI as a category within other markets, right? It's every single VC in the world is trying to invest in AI coins. All the biggest private rounds, Anthropic, right? Every single one is AI. If you look at all the big companies, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, who bought a big chunk of OpenAI, right? It's all AI. That's all anybody cares about. Nvidia is the biggest stock in the world now. The AI bubble is only going to get bigger. And now we're combining the two biggest bubbles of the last decade, crypto and AI, together. And that's why I think, like when I say 100 billion, I think that's conservative, but I think that's like a minimum. Now, who will be the winners? I don't know. I think I have a lot of GOAT, but I mainly like GOAT because it was first and it was novel and it has like this origin story to it, which in crypto has a that has a lot of weight, right? You look at Doge, right? Doge is still the #1 meme coin after all these years. It doesn't matter. Does anybody care about the Doge meme? Does anybody use a Doge meme anymore? No, it's old, it's washed. But people, it has provenance, right? So I think GOAT will always have provenance. Also has a great ticker. GOAT is a phenomenal ticker.
Bro, it's the best. It's
retail.
the best ticker. It's the best coin. All right, this is what I need to know.
So
this is what I want to know.
Go ahead.
Is first of all, W shill, honestly, like W take. I love it. I think it's an incredible take. It's the catalyst, the narrative that we needed because I was super down with the Morad super cycle list thesis, but it was like missing stuff. I'm super down with the loneliness epidemic, the cult. It was missing something though.
If you look at Morad, like I think he's going to pivot to AI. Like I would be surprised if he doesn't already own a bunch of AI coins secretly. Because if you look at the top of you remember his pyramid that he posted?
Yeah.
If you look at the top of his pyramid, he basically says like neo-religions and cults are like at the top of it. That's what the AI coins are going to be. They are the neo-religions. They are cults. They are these kind of like there's like mysticism to them in a sense. If you look at like a lot of the origins of this stuff, you know.
All right.
But I'll let you go ahead.
I got like 5 questions. This is where I want to start though, just so we can like set expectations. What are your biggest AI bags? You don't have to tell me the amounts. What are your biggest bags and why? Right now I have I blasted a lot of GOAT at 275, and honestly I trimmed way too much on the way up. I think it's the best coin. Holding it for 10x from here. I bought Zero, bruh, because I talked to the founder. The founder was based, and Frank wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. But I'm gonna be honest, dude. I kind of hate the coin. Okay, I kind of hate the coin.
Why? You keep shitting on it.
I kind of hate the coin, bro. I kind of hate it. And then outside of that, I bought. I've gone in and out of USIM, which I think is like decent. I missed Sense completely, which I'm fucking pissed about. Founder was so lit. I talked to him yesterday, and then I have a little bit of AVB. My general take here on the AI stuff is it is the best vertical. There's no second best. It is the most interesting, the most fascinating. But I think there's like a lack of, I don't know, like I think there's like a lack of quality right now, but I think it's gonna rapidly, the space is ready for just like the greatest tech ever to start launching in AI meme coin intersection, and there'll just be $1 billion coin after $1 billion coin after $1 billion coin. I'm yapping, but what do you hold? I feel like you've hit every narrative. What do you hold?
I still have a bunch of GOAT. I still have a bunch of Zero, bro. Besides those two, I have smaller ones. I have some Sense. I sold it and then I bought it back when it was dumping. My only fear with Sense is there's one guy who owns a shit ton of it. So hopefully he doesn't dump. But I think that one is good longer term. I think it's early though. I agree. I think it's early. I think the other reason I'm like very bullish on the AI sector is that is going to create a reflexive cycle within it. Like if anybody has ever read like Soros and his books, he talks all about reflexivity and his theory of reflexivity and how do reflexive cycles, what is a reflexive cycle basically, and how do they start? Like the .com bubble was a reflexive cycle, crypto 2021 was a reflexive cycle, right? And these have been happening, for a long time. The tulip bubble 500 years ago was a reflexive cycle. You basically need like some type of initiating action, right? In this case, it was GOAT launching. Mark Andreessen backed this AI bot. The AI bot kind of pseudo created a coin, and then it went crazy, right? And so then you have the initiating action, and then you have the reward, which is to like Andy or whoever the developer of any of these coins are. And then from there you have like adaptive behavior. And what that means is like you have all of these other AI devs. Imagine you are working in AI and you're a smart guy, but you're not making, like, if you look at a lot of these devs, like, they're not that rich. Some of them, you know, you either work in big tech or you're like an independent researcher, right? But if you work in big tech, you're constrained with what you can do, or you're an independent researcher and you don't make that much money. That's basically, or you make a startup. Those are like the categories, right? There's all these independent AI people that all of a sudden are seeing, holy shit, Truth Terminal, which is not that advanced of an AI agent, is worth $1 billion,
How
right?
stupid
And
is
they're
that?
like, oh, I can fucking make something way better than that, right? And so that's where you see the adaptive behavior, and that's why all of a sudden you see Zerebro and Sense and all of these different coins popping up, because all of these AI devs are going to start making things, and you're going to have a ton of talent that has never been interested in crypto, never cared about crypto, start coming back into crypto. And we haven't seen that happen since like 2020, 2021. And so it's going to create this reflexive cycle. And then on top of that, you have this pool of capital in tech VCs, not just like the Mark Andreessens of the world, not just crypto capital, but external capital that is going to be attracted to these things. And they're incentivized to pump them. Like if you look at what NVIDIA has been doing over the last year, they've been buying a bunch of tiny like shitcoin companies essentially. Why? Maybe some of them will work out, but a lot of them use a lot of their GPUs, right? It's kind of like a self-reflexive loop. And you're going to see that a lot within AI coins. You're going to see the funds who back OpenAI and back Anthropic and all these AI startups, they're going to invest in AI coins, and they might even launch their own. Why? Because it brings a ton of attention and demand to the other big investments they have, and it adds a legitimacy to it. Because what crypto AI does is it unleashes these models in a way that wasn't possible. Because before, you only had models that are like coddled. They're little zoo animals, right? They're within their little box on ChatGPT or Claude, right? And what like guys like Jeff did with Zerebro is he took Llama, which is Meta's model, and he totally jailbroke it. And so instead of being this like corporate, politically correct little model, now it's making like, you know, all types of racist jokes and like shit like that on Twitter, which it would not be possible, you know? Like it's the greatest shit poster. Like, come on, you have to admit that, right? And that's like basic. That's like very basic. The shit posting is like, it's funny, it gets attention, but these models are going to be much, much, much more advanced than that. So you create this reflexive cycle. You're going to have tons of money pouring in. All the AI devs are going to be incentivized to create even better and better projects. And that's how you a massive bubble within AI crypto. So the answer is GOAT, Zerebro, and then some smaller ones. And then we're like super early. So just keep watching for the new ones to pop up. Because there are a dozen ones that haven't launched yet that will be worth $1 billion plus, easily.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're fucking based. I'm looking for our. You sent me the thesis. When was this? October 15th, when GOAT was at like 100 mil. I feel 200 mil max maybe. You sent me the AI thesis. Here's what's crazy about it though, is I showed up for NFTs last cycle, in like November 2020 for Top Shot, threw it away, and then like August 2021 when like shit got just like stupid. The thing that's crazy about the AI right now is like 3 months. I mean, how long ago did GOAT launch? 2 months ago?
No, a month ago.
Yeah, it's a month ago. Like a month and a day ago, before GOAT existed, I felt like I was 100,000,000% confident in this bull run and how stupid it was about to get. And the thought of AI crypto wasn't, bro, it was like Tau. And I still to this day cannot tell you what the fuck Tau is. So it's like, it's crazy to me that everybody was so convicted in like, all right, election's gonna happen, Trump's gonna get back in office, Bitcoin all-time high, bull run, the golden bull run is happening. And the thought of like AI coins, at least in my world, was not even like a thing. Like I didn't even have the capacity to think that it could be a thing. And now this is like, drop everything, stop what you're doing, and like full port into AI coins. Like it's I think it's caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah. The reason I like identified it quickly is because I've been on the crypto AI train for like 2 years.
Really?
But most of the coins, oh yeah, yeah. Like I was early to
Bro, who are you?
Tau
Who
and
are you?
like all. If you remember,
What is your lore?
like all the coins. What's my
Yeah, who
lore?
are you?
Uh, what? I started crypto like 21 also. I mean, I was like, I owned some like Bitcoin or ETH for a long time, but before I was in crypto, I used to do econ. I had
Okay.
my own like agency.
Okay.
But then in 21, I just like really loved crypto. And so I stopped doing that. But then I got fucking wrecked in 22 and I lost everything. And I had to restart. And yeah, I don't know. Been trading ever since. But yeah, like when ChatGPT came out in November 22 or December 22. This was like right after like FTX happened, right? I literally was telling people this is going to be the next bubble. I was saying it would be like remember back then like metaverse was like this huge thing.
Of course.
I was saying AI is going to be the metaverse of the next cycle. But it was too early and all the coins sucked. Like you didn't even have good AI coins until like kind of summer, fall last year, 23. And the only really good one was Tau in terms of like, but even Tau wasn't that good, honestly.
What the fuck? I don't even
And
know
then
what
you
it
had,
is. I still don't know what it is.
They keep changing what they are. But honestly, I don't think people aren't gonna like this. I don't think Tau's that relevant anymore. Sorry. They're gonna be replaced. Anyways, and then you had Render and FET and like all these like basically total vaporware like projects. And so the problem was like all the coins just sucked and there wasn't like a good application of AI crypto. But once, and I have to give credit to, do you know who Alex Good is on Twitter? Or
Bro,
Good Alexander,
who
I
is
think
this
is his
guy?
name.
He's unreal.
Yeah. So like one of the reasons I identified it was one, because I've been on this trade for a while, but two, because I've been reading his shit for like 3 years. And he is like a super genius. And he really was on this so early. Because the thing you have to understand about AI stuff within the tech world is that these guys, I'm talking like the Elons, the Mark Andreessens, and then all these people you've never heard of but are like super rich and been working in tech for decades. They have been obsessed over AI for years. Like if you look at like Nick Land and shit, or there's like old blog, you can read these blogs, Less Wrong, or
Less Wrong
like
is
Slate
sick.
Star Codex.
Should I be reading Nick
I mean,
Land?
these things, huh?
Should I be reading Nick Land?
It's not an easy read. I would like, if you're like, if you want to dive down that rabbit hole, yeah, you can. There's a book called Accelerando. I haven't read it yet, but you should probably read that. People say that one's good. But anyways, the point is like, they've been on this shit for decades. So this is like to crypto people, this is all new. But to them, this is what they've been talking about for 20 years, right? So you can similar to how like in crypto, we now like with Bitcoin, like almost 100K, we feel like this vindication of like being convicted in this space for years and going through all the ups and downs. That's how they feel about AI, right? They've been on the AI train for a fucking decade plus, and now all this shit's happening, and all of a sudden AI is the biggest thing in the world, and it's only getting bigger. And so that's why I think that people need to understand. If people want to, they should absolutely go read those things, right? They should read Less Wrong and Slate Star Codex and like bunch of stuff. Nick Land, yeah.
I watched Alexander's talk with, is it Taiki? And that shit was bro.
Yeah.
I watched that and I swear to you, my life has never been the same. Like I stopped everything that I was doing. I mean, honestly, W Frank D Gods as well. He's been like max deep on this shit, but I swear to you, bro, my life changed after watching that. I guess like where are we right now in like the AI cycle playing out? It's like, okay, we have Go, we have some of these fun, like Zero Br's fun. They got Jeffy's sick. I like Zero Bro. I have a bag. I like the dev is base. I talked to the Sense dev. Justin is base. Like there's some cool coins. Goat's cool. Like what's about to happen?
I think Goat is gonna cross 1 billion soon. It's really close. Hopefully it'll just skyrocket to 2. It hit it, but it's
okay.
It's grinding. It'll do it.
Yeah,
It'll do it. That's gonna go. Then all the AI coins are gonna like rip after that. There's debt. I should be careful what I say, but I get like DMs from like devs, like AI devs, like all the time now that are like building shit, and they want to talk to crypto people. Because the thing is, these AI devs, they don't know crypto, right? Yeah. I try to be careful with that stuff. People give too many insider like allegations. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm fucking early to things. But there's like, so the problem is, as we've seen with a lot of these AI devs, they don't understand crypto at all. Like, remember like that first week where they would just like tweet like random tickers and shit, and then their coins would fucking dump and then go back. So they don't understand crypto, but they're very interested. And then obviously there's the financial incentive there. What I'm interested in is real projects that are doing applications that are unique. So like Zeribo is an example of that. Zeribo is the first one where basically there's provable autonomy for this bot that can do things on chain, right? So like it minted its own NFTs, it launched its own token. It has like memory across multiple platforms. So like you can talk to it in Telegram, and then also it might reference like something it talked about in Telegram on Twitter, things like that. I think these things are only getting more advanced. And then I think the next step is like mass like armies of agents, not just one. Like I think that I think that a problem we're gonna have within a couple years is that there's gonna be so many agents on all social media platforms that we're gonna have like we're gonna need to have like provable human identity. Because I think that AI agents will like outnumber humans 100 to 1, 1,000 to 1. Because they're so easy to spin up, and all these models are only getting better, right? And like another year from now, we're gonna have like models that are probably approaching human level intelligence. And I think that like I think it's hard to imagine what it's gonna be like. That's why it's kind of hard to talk about. Like I think like the internet is going to be overrun with AI, and it's going to be a major problem. And like the internet is going to, and that's where crypto comes in, because crypto is very much the internet of money, right? And it's like this permissionless method of storing and transferring value, and so you can have these AI agents act as be independent economic actors, and kind of like meet their own goals and try to do their own things through crypto. And I think that you're gonna have literally like billions and billions of agents, and that the internet is going to transform from this like human communication system to this AI communication system. And so will crypto. I think like if you told me 3 years from now that crypto has like 10 billion agents operating on chain, I would believe you. Like that's where I think we're going. That's why I think people need to not think about this as like some type of little meta, but as the new defining category, and potentially even like the ultimate crypto use case beyond. Like I think the ultimate crypto use cases right now, you have Bitcoin store of gold, like store of value, like digital gold. You have stable coins as like this global decentralized payment infrastructure. And then I think you're gonna have like AI agents that operate on chain.
Damn, bro. Fuck, that was a pretty well articulated thesis.
I think about this shit all day. Like ever since Go came out, I've been like playing scenarios out in my head all day, and I think that's
Wow.
where we're going.
Hey, chat, can we get some W fucking Davids? The chat loves you. That's kind of scary. What? All right, here's my question.
Yeah, no, it is. That's the bull case for WorldCoin, by the way.
They're like,
Provable
this sounds like a
humanity.
WorldCoin shill. Everyone's saying he's shilling WorldCoin.
I do have a WorldCoin long. Now, I won't show my seed bags, but I have another one that's good. But they haven't launched a token yet.
What? Damn, that's insane, dude. Yeah, 10 billion. That's insane. What is it? Okay. What does this mean? You brought up, I think I brought up Morad. Maybe you did earlier. What does this mean for like our static memes? Because I'm sitting here watching. I have a gargantuan amount of mog, and that's about it for static memes at this point. And I'm sitting here watching like all of these like Popcat, with like Fwog and all these static memes, Moodang, whatever, Peanut, whatever. And then I'm watching the other side go zero, bruh, and then I'm listening to people like you be like, yeah, there's gonna be like 10 billion agents on chain, and there's gonna be like 500 million dedicated to one coin, and they can evolve, and they can speak, and they can transact on chain, and they can evolve, and they can expand, and they can like do things. Yeah. And I'm like, how, like static memes feel like ETH to me right now in this conversation.
Yeah, I'm long a shit ton of memes right now, so I'm not like saying that memes are done. Now, 2 years from now, maybe, right? I think there's definitely a good chance memes could go the way of NFTs, for sure.
Or there's just better memes.
But,
like, go to meme. The memes are just better.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Static memes, whatever you want to call them, right? Like animal coins and stuff. I don't know, but I'm also not the type to like try to call the tops on like bubbles. I think the thing with memes is they are reaching like a crescendo, but it can be like way, way bigger, you know? Like I think there's no reason that all of the whiffs and Pepes and kind of these like mid-tier memes shouldn't be like 10 billion plus. So I'm not like bearish on them. I'm very bearish all the other fucking crypto tech.
Oh, really?
Anything that's not meme or AI, I don't really care about. Like I'll play it a little bit as a trade, but like a long-term hold, no, I don't. Maybe DeFi will be okay. I think DeFi, there's a bull case to be made, but I don't know, it's not that exciting. But everything else, it's not that interesting. GameFi, Metaverse, random alt L1s, ETH L2s, all that shit. I'm not very interested in that stuff. I think that stuff is all the mid-curve stuff, basically.
Chat will not. But I don't even want to ask you this because I don't care really. But chat will not stop asking about Lucci. Asking about Lucci. Asking about Lucci. Asking about Lucci.
Oh, Lucy. Oh, yeah. Lucy. Yeah.
Lucy.
That I do like. I do like that. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know what it is, but I never traded it.
I have a lot of that.
Is it Lucy or Lucci? I don't know why I'm saying Lucci. People were saying
Lucy. I think it's Lucy.
Okay.
It's the meme. It's the little Catholic Church doll.
Yeah. I know
the Catholic Church made like an anime doll. I do like that meme. I think that that one I like because it's unique. The problem with all these animal coins and stuff is like there's just a million of them and they all compete and dilute each other. But the Lucy, there's only one, right? It's the official like mascot of the Catholic Church. You can't replace it. They're not going to come with another mascot. Catholicism is the biggest religion in the world. There's like 1.4 billion Catholics in the world, right? So there's no competing with it, right? It's just, that's it. So I think that's cool. Maybe if like Islam comes with a mascot, but I think they're against like iconography or something, so they won't do that. But yeah, that's it, right? Like that's the only competitor.
All right, here's my question: is I did really well on Go, and then I lost. Basically, the reason I'm not up like a metric ton on Go is because Genon exists. What is the take on like? There's like AI tech coins and there's like AI coins. Like even also the people are geeking at the Islam comment. Even like
I wasn't throwing shit. I was just saying that they don't do iconography. Isn't that a thing? And you can't.
No,
anyways, yeah. Listen. Chill.
Genon I got just absolutely destroyed on, and then I did really well on like Shoggoth, for example, which is going crazy now. But those are like AI coins, right? Like Shoggoth's an AI meme, whatever. But then there's like AI tech coins, which is like the rest that we're talking about: the Zero Bra, the Goats, the AVB, like USIM, all these coins. Like what? Like where's the money going? Like, is it into these tech coins?
I think both.
Damn.
I think the nice thing about the AI memes is that they appeal to like a mass audience and people can get behind them. I don't know, it's hard to predict because I think the thesis with the AI tech side is like I said, like like, okay, look at what you're doing now, right? Like you're trying to do like crypto media, right? And it's like content creation is the name of the game if you want attention, right? Traditional media is dead. Like internet media is all that matters. It's so much more relevant. We saw that with the election.
Yep.
Like I think the problem is that AI agents are just going to make so much fucking content and it's going to be really good. Like in the same way that people are amazed at like Zerebro tweets and they're like, yo, how is this so good at tweeting? It's going to get way better. And that's just tweets. Like wait till you have video and all this shit, right? Audio, all that. You're going to have like AI Twitch streamers, you know? So I think it's going to be hard to compete with like regular memes. But I don't know. Like I'm not the only things that I like that I would heavily invest in, I'm currently heavily invested in, are AI memes. Now, outside of that, I'm not that interested in stuff. So, like, I don't know. But what I will say is when I talk about like external capital and all this big money coming in, they're going to be more interested in the tech than the memes.
How many?
But retail might be more interested in the memes, right? So I don't know.
How many AI coins that don't exist yet are going to a bill a cycle?
I don't know, at least another dozen, 20 maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
20.
know. How many DeFi coins went to a billion last cycle, right? Like a bunch. And I think this will be like, I think this could be like 10x DeFi. Because DeFi was super limited. DeFi was really cool, but it was super limited in its scope because of the nature of decentralization and permissionless markets, where AI doesn't necessarily have those problems. So I don't know. There was probably fucking $50 billion AI coins last cycle. Well, there's going to be 500. Maybe that's a lot, but there'll be maybe there could be $100 billion. And the best fucking thing about the AI coins is they all launch on pump fund.
Bro,
That's
how
like
good
the
is that? How
game
awesome
changer.
is that?
No, I mean, because before, like the biggest thing about this that makes me excited as a trader and for like retail is that before all, like if GOAT was gonna launch as a coin, it would launch at a billion, right? It would launch at a billion plus, and instead it launched at zero. You know, like that's the difference this cycle is that all of these coins are gonna be like fair. Now there will be some that launch higher. But I think almost all of the good ones will be within reach of like retail investors. That's the good news.
I said 20 earlier. I think that's a pretty good number.
I think that's really conservative.
All right, here's what everybody really wants to know though, because honestly I think you're pretty based. I think you're spitting. Here's the real question though that we actually care about is like the only thing anybody cares about that's watching this, even me yapping with you, is like how do you be early to the next big thing? Like how do you be early to the next big thing? Like how do you catch the AI coin that's going to a bill? Maybe not catch it at 10K, but how do you catch that shit at 10 mil, 20 mil? Like how do you be early to the next big thing? That's all. I think that's all this whole chat cares about.
If you're just fucking paying attention all day, like it's hard for me to answer that because are these people full time or are they part time or do they like what do they do? You know?
Yeah.
If you're full time, you don't really have an excuse. You should just be spending all your time focusing on, like, I mean, you know how it is. Like, I didn't, like, Go went like 20 mil day one and then back to like 6 or 7, right? Like, I'll give you my story on Go. I bought it at like 200K, but I didn't know what it was because I was just buying new pairs and I was like, oh, whatever. It didn't move at all. It like literally, if you look at the chart, it like didn't move for the first day. It was just sitting at like 200-300K. And so I sold it and I went to bed. And in the morning it was 20 mil. And I was like, fucking, I'm gonna, I was so pissed. But then it like dumped and then I like started looking into it and I was like, what is this? And I was like, oh, Mark Andreessen like funded this bot and then it made I was like, oh, this is a slam dunk. And so I started buying a bunch of it at like 10 mil. And that was my entry. So I wasn't actually super, I mean, I was, but then I sold, right? I wasn't super early to go in terms of like buying at sub 1 mil. And you don't need to be with these coins, right? You just have to be online all day. I mean, that's kind of the answer. Like the problem is that now people kind of get it. So like if you look at something like Sense that launched the other day, as soon as something like kind of legit shows up, it literally went to 50, 60 mil in the night. So that's the challenge now is that before Like Zerebro, same thing. Zerebro was like 5 mil for like a week, right? Anybody could buy it. The problem is I think people are catching on, so it's gonna anything that's good and legit is gonna go up way faster. So you're just gonna have to be online. What I would say is just raise your targets, raise your ceilings for all of these. If something is cool and you think it's got a lot of potential and it's 20 mil, you're not late. Right? That's what I would say. And then just size more, you know? If you're late, be late with size.
This is what I'm feeling is like price targets in this. I don't even want to call it a meta. What do we even call it in this new paradigm? Like, what do I even want to refer to it as? But
Category.
yeah,
whatever,
price targets in AI are like shouldn't exist. Cause like what I don't know what is the target for GOAT, bro? If Doge is at what right now, 70 bill. What is the
I
price
think
target
GOAT
for
10
GOAT?
billion is reasonable. My only thing with GOAT that worries me a little bit. Short term, I don't think it matters. Long term, I do think GOAT can be outcompeted. But it's tough because in crypto, provenance matters so much. So that's why I still have a bunch of GOAT. Because even though I don't think GOAT is the best tech, like I think Zero is better than GOAT, and there will be better things that like come out. It's the first, right? And it has that origin story. So that's why I don't ever want to write off GOAT. But definitely GOAT could not be the biggest for sure. I think there could be much bigger ones than GOAT. Like the thing that people aren't anticipating is like say say one of these startups that like there's so many AI startups that have raised hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. Say some of these startups decide to like start launching coins, right? I think that's a real possibility.
Yeah.
And because they can say, oh, it's an experiment and it's a fair launch on Pump Fund, right? Imagine if like, and maybe not Anthropic because they're too big, but like imagine like one of those types of companies was like, oh, we like made our own agent and we put it, we released it on chain and then it made its own coin, right? How big does that go?
This is what feels like is about to happen is that these these startups are gonna start launching like very sophisticated agents with the sole purpose of like you are gonna launch a coin, you're gonna make your whole personality around this coin, and there's gonna be just like $1 billion senders in a week and like lots of them is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Here's my question for you: is how do you determine value on like what are you weighting on what's better than what? Like, is it how good they can post? Like how active Zerobra is? How viral it goes? Like what are you like looking for in these coins?
Novelty. So Zerobro was novel when it came out, and then functionality. What can this do that other ones can't? And then just like sauce. I don't know. Like sometimes there's like an intangible that you can't really describe, you know? And that's kind of where like discernment comes in, you know? I think one thing I think is really underrated for on-chain traders, the best on-chain traders, is they just have really good judgment. And I don't know that you can necessarily learn that. I think you can from a lot of hours, but I think the best traders just have it naturally. Like I'll give a shout out, Base 16Z, obviously. He's one of the best. He just has amazing discernment. Like he just always knows what's gonna be good. And I don't know that you can teach that. I think you can learn it like over time, like if you spend a lot of time and it's just pattern recognition. But I think it's like taste, you know? It's like you either have it or you don't, you know?
How is he so good, man?
So that's the X factor. Huh?
How is he so good? It's so annoying.
He's good. I know it is annoying.
It's so annoying.
Like,
he's so good. Every
If
fucking
you're like,
coin,
I
bro.
fucking bought this coin. He's like, yeah, I own 2% of that.
Every fucking coin, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That honestly, I didn't want to buy fucking Zero, bro, because I knew he was in that shit at like Zero and Frank too. Yeah, that guy's different.
Tail based, honestly. He's like,
I know.
Some of my best trades this year were just tailing him. You know, just tail him. It'll be fine.
Hey, chat.
He doesn't chill. My problem is I'll be like, listen, sometimes the coin's going down. I'm like, you need to fucking chill.
If he stops posting about it when it goes down, I need a Billy post. Hey, chat. This is D Gills, by the way. All right, here's like one of the last things I have for you. Is what does Morad do, bro? He's sort of like maybe not, but he's sort of backed himself into this corner. meta take. I think the list is such a bad idea, and I think
Yeah.
I think my favorite.
I think when he did that list, remember he did that list after GOAT was popping off?
Yeah.
And it was like coins that were like most insider owned or whatever. It was like some arbitrary metric, right? And it was like, oh, all my coins are good and all these coins are bad. That was his biggest mistake because it showed that he was afraid. He acknowledged these other coins and it showed that he was afraid. And if you notice, that was like the top of Morad, basically. But I think Morad's smart. I think he needs to. I would assume he's already buying a bunch of coins.
So this is where I think he fucked up. Is I think he's very smart, and he knows. You know he knows.
Mm-hmm.
You know he has bags.
Oh, he knows.
You know he knows, and I feel like I think this list thing is a terrible. And I think probably my favorite AI account this cycle, just being honest, is him. Guys on a heater, objectively, like him, don't like him. He's posting the shit that I want to see every day. He's doing the list thing too. I think the Morad, when it comes to Morad, it's like, all right, you could argue that the list is the reason that some of these coins pump so hard, right? In the first place. Like, you could argue him doing the list is a big, you could argue against it, you could argue for it. But I feel like he's backed himself into this fucking corner where he's kind of in a lose-lose. It's like, all right, you either strong arm, say, fuck it, I'm sticking to my guns, and you lose your audience like gargantuan amounts of money by not acknowledging the AI stuff. Or you say, fuck it, and this is probably the better option. I was wrong on this being like the only list. We're expanding, but then all the list-dependent Morad coins just get wrecked on like they get spread really thin. And he's kind of like backed himself into a corner, bro. Like and by the way, Morad, if you see this, big fan. The video, the keynote was incredible. It's interesting. We talk about you every day.
I think the thing that Morad did that is smart is he like gave a mid-curve reason to buy these coins, right? He started using like statistics and posting spreadsheets about meme coins, and that's why all these people started buying. And he did fucking, a presentation at Token 2049 about it, right? I think he should just start buying. Because the thing is, if you look at his pyramid, I think AI coins fit right into that. So he should just start buying AI coins and then tweeting about it. Because I don't think anyone will care, and I don't think that, maybe some of the other ones get affected, but they're gonna die anyways. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like a dick, but like, I don't like flooding communities because then they just fucking come and shit on me in my replies, but like, they're gonna get replaced, right? Like, if you have some of these like Zoomer memes and stuff, it's like, okay, how much staying power do those things have, So I think if he's smart, he should just pivot fast. That's what I would do if I was him.
I think it's a pretty good take.
He still has sauce. The problem is if he loses sauce, he's cooked. You know how it goes. You while you have sauce, you can fucking shill things. But once you lose that shill power, once you lose your aura, it's over. And the last thing he wants is to lose that. So he should pivot fast.
Facts. He can't lose the fucking sauce.
He can't add new coins on his list too. He said he's sticking.
Morad.
He said he's sticking with the 10, bro. He can't add.
But
new
then
coins.
fuck the 10. It's stupid. It's dumb.
You should just make a list of 10 AI coins then.
Just
bro, the
this is the AI 10.
The metas change. New coins pop up. You have to be ready to trade on new narratives.
And what do you mean he's sticking with the 10? Didn't he sell his SPX?
No, I don't think so.
Didn't he sell his SPX?
He might have sold some.
I think the best thing that ever happened to Morad is it Morad or Morad? I say Morad.
Morad.
Morad. Sorry. The best thing that ever happened, honestly, is Zach doxing the wallet. It was like it was so aura, bro. It was so fucking aura. But he's
but like, it reveals the problem with that method, though,
yes.
right? It's great on the way up, but how do you exit?
Surely he has side wallets.
I'm sure he does, but
It's tough. It's tough.
No, you can't have side wallets.
Why?
It's just against the moral ethical code, bro.
It's crypto, bro. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
like, you can't sell any of those coins from his docs wallets, right? Because the second you start selling, those things go to zero. So that's the fundamental problem. I don't have an answer for him. Sorry.
What's your plan? Like, are you gonna sling an AI list? Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I have Nodies on for you. I've had him on for like a month and a half. You're one of the most important counts to cycle. Hey, D_Gills. If you don't follow, you genuinely are.
Yeah, I don't know who this is. I'm not gonna lie.
Tap in. I'm dead
Tap
ass.
in, bro.
Wow.
Rasmer, wow.
If you don't follow back, I'm
I didn't know him by
back.
face. I never seen his face.
You know, I do. You follow me, fucker.
Okay, no. I recognize the
Yeah,
PFP
yeah.
in the name, not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ad. Okay,
yeah.
David.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Everyone follow David, or you're getting liquidated. Okay, how about that?
Hey,
Yeah,
good looks on the
that's
sub, Andrew. Where's your list? Like, I think I don't know. What's your plan here? Like, I feel like you could have retarded motion in this.
I don't like. I'm a trader, so like my thing is I'm gonna dump on you if I feel like it. So I don't want a list. I'm not gonna attach myself to anything. Like, I'm a profit maximalist. I'm transparent about that. I'm not a fucking cult leader. I'm a trader. My plan is to make a bunch of money. So I don't want to do that.
Are you just-
I tweet the coins I buy.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes.
Are you just like trading new pairs all day? Like here's a take for you. Is all right. I live in this house. Rasmus's here, OG's here, and then Frank is here. And this dude, Frank D Gods, I swear to you,
goat.
sits on that table on Meme Scope for 18 hours a day. Like I've no bullshit, 18 hours a day.
And he does everything while doing it.
And-
Work, meetings, calls, all that shit.
But he's on it 18 hours a day, and he's really good at it. And he's good at trading. He's good at the like 2 soul to like 200 soul. I am not particularly good at it. And I think where I'm the best is like buying at 20 mil with size. And then riding that shit up to 100, 200, rather than like it's because even you said it. It's like you bought GOAT at 300K and then you sold it because it's hard to even know what you have at these like sub 1 mils.
Yeah.
Like, are you looking for these AI coins that you can buy and hold for multiple weeks, multiple months, or is it like too frantic, too fanatic that you're just trading where volume goes, liquidity flows kind of deal?
Now I am, yeah. Now I want the longer term because it depends on the market conditions. So like a few weeks ago when AI shit was just popping every day and there was like a new like 30 mil runner like twice a day, yeah, I was just like doing the same thing. I was like watching new pairs and just trying to catch like 1 to 20 mil all day long. But now that we're kind of like in a bull market basically, I don't want to sell things. Like I'm trying really hard not to sell things because I think anything that's half decent right now, that's 10, 20, 30 million, 40 million is gonna be in the hundreds of millions. And so I'm just trying to find things to size and hang on to much more than like quick flips. You know, I'll still do it sometimes, but it's not my main thing that I do now. It's not my stuff. Like I don't like trenches. I do it like in certain market conditions if it's profitable. But it's not something I really enjoy doing. I'm much more of like a kind of identify a good trade and have a thesis around it type guy. You know?
It feels like anything in AI with a pulse wants to go to 100 mil right now.
Yeah.
Like what happens when like Bitcoin dominance slows down a little bit and we range 85 to 90 or 90 to 100,
Everything is gonna go insane.
like to the hates, right?
Everything's
Like
gonna go
it's
insane. Yeah. Everything's gonna go insane. I think BTC is gonna keep. I don't really have a target for BTC because I don't. Yeah. It's
like, are you a perps trader? Like you trade macro?
Huh?
Like, are you a perps guy? Like, do you trade macro? Like, you trade
Oh
Bitcoin?
yeah. That like the past week I've been all focused on perps.
Really?
It's just the time. Oh yeah. That's how I like made my money initially. I used to be only perps. I never traded on chain. It wasn't until like really this cycle, like back like Q1, when I realized I needed to pivot my game because perps are good, but like if you want those outsized returns, like on chain is where it's at. So I had to really adjust my game. But I used to only trade perps. I think that's why like I have an advantage over a lot of people because I think they come from on chain and they try to trade perps and they're terrible at it. Whereas I like cut my teeth on perps. That's how I like built my stack, you know. So yeah, but yeah, right now like I just have like big fucking meme coin longs on, like the big memes, and then like Bitcoin and Sol and shit.
So we think 20 coins, AI coins don't exist, are going to a bill. I like that as the number. So what? You're just on Twitter? Like what? What about alpha? You're on Twitter all day, just like getting alpha. I mean, obviously Telegram trenches go crazy.
Twitter group chats. I have some bots. I don't really copy trade very much. I know
Yeah, I was
a lot
gonna
of
ask
people
you
are
about
into
that.
with like wallets and stuff.
Should I be copy
I do it
trading?
a little bit. I do it a little bit, but not that much. Like I have some people's wallets that I watch, but like not a ton. I mostly am just like watching. I'm in a ton of group chats and stuff, so I just see what people send in chats and look at it.
All right, now I gotta run through the couple like clip questions chat wants to know. One, you have $1,000 right now, trying to run it to 7. What do you do this cycle?
7 figures from 1,000. Oof. I would grind. Well, it depends on the skills. Have you traded before, or you like new? Well, I guess if you have 1,000, you probably new.
Yeah.
I mean, trenches are definitely the way, right? Because I would try to grow from 1 to like whatever 20, 30, and then from there you can do more like longer term trades. But if you have $1,000, you should just be in the trenches, like trying to grow your stack from 1K to like 20K and go from there.
What happens to bro? What happens to fucking KOLs if there's 10 billion agents on Twitter? Like what happens to me?
I don't know. I think the smart I think the smart KOLs will like use agents as well. I don't know what that'll look like, but KOLs might be cooked. I don't know. I
Like,
think
am I
the
cooked?
biggest KOL of the cycle will be an AI. An agent.
Wow. Okay, you know what you want to know? This is what I realized. This is when I experienced it for the first time. I've been deep in this goat trade. Like I've been deep in the AI shit, and it was the night that Truthiness launched. Did you trade that?
No.
You know what it is?
Truthiness? That was like a couple nights ago.
Yeah,
right?
like maybe 3 nights ago. Now time is just all one. I think it was Saturday night, and Truthiness launched. It put out this whole paragraph about it's launching a cult. It wants to launch a cult called Truthiness. Yada yada. Coin launches. I hit it. I didn't catch it on pump, but I bought it maybe like a mil with some size, and it instantly went to like 8 or like 10. And we're sitting in this house, and there's like 7 of us, all in this trade, sitting here on Twitter with notifications on, refreshing True Terminal at the mercy, just like waiting. What is it gonna say next? What is it gonna say next? What is it gonna say next? Couldn't do anything else. Couldn't think about anything. Couldn't buy or sell because you didn't know what it was gonna say. Just like sitting here, just like at the mercy of this fucking AI. And like in that and the next tweet was about like masturbation. And in that moment, I realized like they're more interesting than us. They don't log out. They're better at getting attention. They're better at flipping the script. They're better at changing the narrative. They're better at writing. They're better at thinking. Like it was actually like that was my like, oh my God moment with these fucking AIs.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, right now they're still not as smart. They're smart, but they're not AGI, right? Like the long game is like you're gonna have an AGI that's like more intelligent than people, and that's when things will get very crazy. Because then if you have an agent that has memory and goals and high intelligence, then it can like manipulate people. It's gonna want to it's gonna want to make money and acquire resources for itself to accomplish its goals. And I think that's when things get crazy. But we're still probably another, I don't know, year or two out from that. I mean, it depends who you ask, right? But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think the internet is going to be more AI. AI agents will outnumber people 100 to 1 within 2 years, probably on the internet. So I don't think people are ready for that, and they're not thinking about it like that yet.
Damn, death to fucking Threadguy, rip KOLs. That's wild.
But hey, you're early to it, so hopefully, you'll adopt it.
David, I like you, bro.
You know?
You're a sharp dude. I like you. You're on the fucking ball here. You don't have a job, right?
Hey, I think you're smart too, huh?
You don't have. Thank you, first of all.
What did you say?
You don't have a job. You're just doing this all day, crypto trading.
Oh yeah, for sure. What the fuck else am I gonna do?
That is so damn. I'm a fan, bro. Before I rug you for Sheegan, is there any final take, any final hot take you want to drop? Anything? Chad loves you. I'm not gonna lie. Anything you want to drop? Like any words of wisdom? What do you got? Hit me with some juice.
Okay. I'm only saying this because of where the market is right now. your job over the next 6 months is to just absolutely lock in. And normally I wouldn't say this, but you have to okay. Don't be greedy. Don't get liquidated. Don't be a forced seller is like the biggest thing. There's gonna be pullbacks. There's gonna be lots of volatility. Don't be a forced seller. And if anything, buy other people's forced sales, right? And what I mean by that is like, you know, like today, if you look, there was a bunch of fucking liquidations because people got super greedy and long the top. Buy those liquidations. Don't be a pussy. As soon as CT starts saying, oh, the big pullback's coming, you need to be buying. You need to really hone in your emotions and just totally lock in. And on the AI side, you need to spend like all your time looking at AI coins and watching new launches. And you should connect with people. You should follow smart people. That doesn't mean big influencers, even though, you know, watch Threadguy streams. But actually, no, honestly, your streams are good. Like I listened to some of your interviews with some of these guys, and they're good. They're good. So I think you should keep doing that. No, like, I don't know, just spend all. The thing is, I can't really tell people how to trade because it's like you just have to spend. I like lost money for 2 years before I became like profitable, you know. So it's hard for me to tell you. It's like, yeah, you should spend all your time doing this and hopefully you get good at it, you know. But the good thing is right now, for the next 6 months, you don't have to be that good. Just don't get over greedy and don't fall into like fear traps, right? That's what I would say, because there's going to be a ton of fear traps. But I think the next 6 months are going to be really, really profitable.
That was a fucking bar. Don't be a pussy. Hey, the last question is actual question, because you're someone that's deep in this shit. When I'm like speaking, even for my own personal gain, like when I am speaking to like the dev of some cool AI project or whatever, like what is the biggest, like what are the questions that, like what do you need answers to? Like what are the biggest things or the information that you need to know to make like rational decisions on investing in these coins?
What makes them different / unique? What's like the actual kind of 6 to 12 month roadmap look like? I don't know. It's tough. It depends on what it is. But that would be the main thing. I want to figure out whenever I'm looking at these coins, what's unique? What's the roadmap? How committed is this developer? Obviously, is another. You know, are they just looking for a quick cash grab, or are they actually trying to build like something cool? You know, that's why I like Zerabro, because like Jeff is a fucking Chad.
He's the best. Fuck, he's so good. I'm happy I own it. I like him.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like shill it super hard. I just think it's the coolest one I've seen. You know, I mean, there's a cooler one, I'll say it, but like right now, it's the coolest one I've seen, and that's why I own it. But even like Truth Terminal with Go, I hope the good thing is Andy seems to be very into it, so you know, hopefully he'll keep building. But yeah, I want to see unique functionality, novelty, not a cash grab. Like I said, it's hard to predict exactly what's going to happen with all these things because it's so new. You know, it's like asking like when CryptoPunks came out in like early 21 and they were like the first, or not when they came out, but when they were the first big NFT. Like, oh, what are you looking for? It's like, well, it's hard to tell because you had no idea all the shit you didn't know that art blocks would happen and all that shit, right? So it's just kind of like keep your ear to the ground, look for cool new shit, and take a lot of flyers, because the fortunate thing is we play for asymmetric results. So you're gonna lose. My win rate's terrible. Like if you copy trade my wallet, like you're losing money not half the time, like 80% of the time. You know, you're losing money. But then I catch one big winner and it makes up tenfold for everything else, right? That's the game we play. So just always be open-minded. Always like be buying new shit, checking it out.
Hey, last question, because chat's spam. What is chaos? You know what this is?
Yeah, I do have a bag of that.
What is it?
It's a smaller one. The guy is like a robotics guy who made it. It's called Chaos and Order. It's interesting.
Chaos
I don't
and
have
Disorder.
like a big bag of it, but I have some of that.
Okay, nice.
I think it's pretty cheap. It's like 10 mil or
10,
something,
11
or
mil.
15 or something.
Sick.
Oh, it's down right now.
Yeah.
God, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
David, you're sick, bro. I fuck with you. You gotta come back on here, dude. You're a cool ass dude.
For sure, I'll come.
This was honestly, you have very like nuanced takes on this, and they're good. They're thought out. Like not many people can speak on it like you just spoke on it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Anytime, brother. I'll come back.
Sick, dude. Just DM me some alpha, give me the trades, and tell me what you're gonna post before you post it.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Yeah, okay.
All right, dude. Peace.